My name is Abdul Sheikh, founder CEO of Convergence. Convergence is a cybersecurity and IT solutions firm. We build and implement solutions for customers, especially in the financial sector and the private sector, and of course the government. Because of COVID, everything, work became digital, market became digital. And therefore, the criminals followed to the digital world. So so the skyrocketing of cybercrime and specifically criminals against the financial sector has exponentially grown. And criminals, the same threat they had, the street robber for the branch in the street has now become a robber through the click and the keyboard, but much more lethal in terms of the economic damage. Instead of just going for the teller machine or some money with the teller, now this goes for the entire bank and the entire core banking system. So from a human harm perspective, they are no longer use of guns, so that's the positive side. But from an economic side, it has become more damaging. It's going for the entire bank vault than just going for the teller's cabinet. Artificial intelligence or machine learning might be a buzzword, but it's simple. Intelligence is intelligence, learning is learning. The difference now is from humans to machines. And why machines is maybe the better question. It's because of speed. An example of information that can be processed by a machine within milliseconds might take hours for a human being. And to give an example what millisecond is, we're talking about 100 milliseconds within a second. So some of the information a machine can process because it doesn't have an organic brain, it has a non-tiring machine brain, therefore it goes at better speed. So intelligence generally is still that. Intelligence is the ability to make quality decisions at using right information at an efficient pace. Machine learning is the ability to bring external information to improve that model, or even better, build better and more models, and therefore help humans make decisions better, or help humans protect themselves or enhance themselves. A better example may be the one we heard in the last 2 months in the media, ChatGPT. That is the best example that we can talk about today. Actually, that AI, at one of the law schools in the US, that machine passed the law exam and bet some humans who did not pass. Of course, other humans passed. But it took 4 days for that machine to get into law school and finish. Out of 4 days. So what does that mean? The volume and the capacity of data that can be ingested. It takes so long for human. And the ability to retrieve that same information, build models, and retrieve within milliseconds. So the difference is the volume, the difference is the pace. We had an opportunity to work with one of our financial sector clients to automate the process of responding. So in cybersecurity, generally is detect, predict, protect. So we were able to use AI to not only detect credit card fraud, but to protect it and predict it and protect it immediately. A good example is where, usually, generally speaking, if I have an SMS that says my card was just used for transaction, and I know it's not me, the usual process is call the call center and say something is wrong. And you may spend in the call center queue for about 20 minutes. That is enough for a criminal to continue to spend your card. So what we've done is the process of responding to the fraud is if you have FSMS, you can call yourself the machine, not the human. We have an interface for this bank to call the machine and disable the card. Not only that, not only is the card disabled, that is one example. The other one is, if I get the card and I know behavioral analytics, we have helped the customer to disable the card, call out from the call center, the client, tell them there's a fraud, and then connect them to a human person. So the machine does 80% of the work until they connect the caller predictively to an available human, and that human sees on their screen information of the nature of the call given to them by the machine, saying, Jane, this call is for Jane, her card was disabled, please provide more information and start the investigation process. That process, absolutely, and capture forensics data in real time.